Hi guys, it is 7:03 a.m. I woke up at 5:36, so I got about 5 hours sleep. As you can see, I still have bags. So from sleeping Saturday, waking up a little bit, finishing my schoolwork, falling back to sleep Sunday, and Monday, I've had a total of 29 hours, but with breaks in between of sleeping. Just trying to get caught up. Anybody who's done college knows how physically tiring it can be. But for me, it's also mentally tiring because of my disability with the three types of dyslexia. When you have one dyslexia, it can be had, but when you have three different types, they kind of fight each other and they make your brain very tired very quickly. So this is what I go through. This is why it's easier for me to do online classes if I can. So I forgot to take my book over here, but I did get my math statistics book yesterday, one day early. It cost me $20 to deliver it. And I did find the Dave & Buster's Providence Cup I told you about. That I think we paid like 50 cents for. It's hard to see, but it does say Providence right here. Dave & Buster's. Which is cool because we know we've taken our son Carlito in New York, Dave & Buster's, and these in New York that don't even have the city in it. These are like $6.50 for tickets. If you want to pay for it cash, it's $6.50. I'm not going to drink out of it. We don't drink. But it's just cool to have it because, you know, I'm from Rhode Island. And then again, the necklace thing, that purple necklace that's made from paper, came from a AIDS foundation in Providence. In Boston, Mass. As you can see right there. So it helps families who are HIV and AIDS positive to help pay their bills and stuff and get them through the hard times. My uncle did die of it when I was 16, so it was just cool to see this in Salvation Army. Again, something else close by to where I live at, or used to live at. So now I'm using the little bag to put all my jewelry in so I don't lose it. I have to put my other ones in there. And I'm not as swollen today, so I'm able to wear this ring. And then this came in yesterday. It's supposed to be special metal. It's supposed to help you feel better. And I have carpal tunnel tendonitis. But I don't think it actually works. But it looks pretty. And I love all the different multicolors. It's great for summertime and spring. And for a whole $1, free shipping and handling from China. Can't go wrong. At all. So I go to bed last night and I come over here on the counter and my husband poured a soda and left it there. He does that all the time. He pours drinks and forgets. So me and my husband have to take the same math class. I'm taking it first, statistics. This is not introduction to statistics. This is actual hardcore statistics. The last math class I have to take, my 5th math class I had to take. Being a science major, I had extra math classes I had to take. Plus, I needed a couple refresher courses. So this is version 4.1, Scott Stevens, which I've used his application before. Me and Craig ended up taking a same math class, but the math class was with 2 different teachers. The math teacher that I took actually knows how to teach, oh god, I forgot the last math that you can ever take. I forgot the name of it. He teaches it to high schoolers. He's a really good teacher. So how it went was, is you went on the website, you put in your teacher's code so that the application knows what teacher you have. For that math class, that actually cost me $118. Plus I got the book, which wasn't recommended or required. But if you wanted it, you could have it. So I do have copies of that book that when I opened it up, I was like, what the hell is this? It was no real introduction, no like how to do anything. It was just like, you are supposed to know what you're doing and we're going to branch off on it. And that was Math Concepts, which has a lot of statistics in it. With that being said, hopefully this will be easy for me. I had a 95 before the physical presentation because in that class you didn't have an exam. There was so much work. There's no way that you can have an exam and learn everything that he had to teach us. So how he did it is that he would leave it open for the whole semester, and you could go back and work on it when you needed to. Say you were having a hard time, you skipped it, you could always go back a couple weeks later. So there was one where it's a diagram with 3 circles, and it's a survey, and some say you survey 100 students who like 3 different types of music. Well, some of them are gonna like more than one or not any of it at all. So you had to fill in all the little circles to determine who liked what, but still had only 100 students that you surveyed. It's trickier than you think. It took me 2 weeks to get 100 on that just assignment right there. So I had a 95. I did the essay, which had to be, I chose 200 words. It actually ended up being 550 words about why I built the chicken coop and how I went ahead measuring and utilizing math in it. But I didn't do the physical presentation where I wanted to like build one and do the blueprint, because at the time I wasn't comfortable talking in front of people, especially with me being, at the time I was 38 in there. You know, I'm sitting with 18, 19-year-olds. I didn't feel comfortable. Besides me and the teacher, we were like the oldest ones there. And a lot of them were immature. I just didn't end up going because I ended up getting sick and going back to bed. I kind of gotten over that now. I still get nervous, but I'm getting over that. So this is what the thing looks like. So for this class, this is the code to go online and activate it. So again, I need the teacher's code, and then it will know, after I download it, it will know that, you know, who my teacher is and when I start. And then right here is the code that proves that I bought it. This costs $40, a lot cheaper. And the book costs $38. So it's shipping and handling and everything came to $101. This book is much easier to read, as you can see. They really go over it. You can write in this book and utilize it. I don't know if there's any real exams. I know the teacher did say he's going to have quizzes every week, but I don't know if there's any real hardcore exams. So I can write in this book if I want to. Much easier, I feel. And it tells you what everything is that you're working on. When I did my last online math class, which was, if it will turn around, which was college algebra, it didn't really tell me what I was doing every week. And we didn't have a thing like this where you can go to and it has lessons every week and explains it to you step by step and you practice, and if you still don't get it, there's videos pre-recorded for instructors that step by step would show you what to do. So what I had to do was find on the internet a website like that. Even though I wasn't using the same numbers, I was able to make sure I wrote down my problem correctly and just followed them step by step to get the answer. So we had a discussion every week. We all had to help each other. We had to post at least twice your guess idea, and then you had to do your final, and your final answer was your answer. He would give partial credit. You know, he wanted to see work, to see what you were doing right, what you're doing wrong. And then we would have 3 actual exams where we had to print it off. We had to utilize little tiny paper and put all our work down for all 10. It was 10 problems total for each. We went over about I took it in the summer, and it was 10 weeks because summer classes are shorter. So you have a little bit more work that you have to do every week because they have to teach you the same amount of work that they would if you had 15 weeks. Um, so we were going over, sometimes doing 2 or 3 chapters at a time. The book that I had 25 chapters total. And we went over all 25 of them. So, I know the last one, he actually put what we were doing on the test. And I got a 70 on that one. That was my lowest grade on it. And it was trigonometry, and I had no clue I was doing trig. And for me to get a 70, 10 problems, apparently I understood it. I didn't even know I was doing it until after I faxed it. Or I had to scan it and fax it to him in an email, PDF, so that he could print it off and correct it. I was hoping he would mail it back to us because he's in Pennsylvania, but he didn't. So we have no clue. Like, he didn't update a copy of it that we could print off so that we knew what we did wrong. So I have no clue on those 3 exams what I did right and what I did wrong, which kind of doesn't help a student, but that's the way he did it. This teacher seems like it's going to be more engaging, so he expects you to do the assignments online. You have 7 days to complete them. Once you hit submit, you can't go back, you can't change it, your answers are final, and he locks them. If you don't complete them, you don't complete them, you get a 0. There's no late, there's no sorry, unless you're like in the hospital with surgery or something, you can't go back and do it. And he has posts every week that he expects everybody to be a part of, which is another grade. And then he has quizzes. He starts the first quiz 3rd week, and then he, like, every other week or every 2 weeks he has a quiz. I don't know about an exam or anything like that, so this will be interesting. My husband's going to try to take it with the same teacher online because I already have the book, and I'll have notes and stuff, and the only thing he has to do is pay the $39 for the access code and download it. And it's kind of like the same thing that I did for my science class for this past semester, which was yesterday ended. We had 8 different labs, and we had data models. We had to input data and press play to see what happened. We had to do this multiple times to see if the outcome would be different, and write down notes and do labs and stuff. But that one cost me $125. So $39 is a big difference. And this was the only book that I needed. I am taking, sorry, we don't have a normal curtain, or shade, and the sun's still coming up. So I'm taking environmental science course, Sustainability 1. I took Introduction to Sustainability for last semester. Just waiting on a few more grades. I have an 89. I should rock a 90 at least. I definitely have at least 90 in my English class. Missing 12 grades, but I have 95 right now. And all the major stuff was put in except for my 6-page essay. And I have an 89 in my bio class. And I need one more assignment, one more grade. So for my extra credit, I got an 85. It ended up being like 4 paragraphs long, identifying things and explaining water sources and stuff. And I included 14 pictures with it, so I did good on that. I'm just waiting for my discussion and reflection on a chapter. I did chapter 37, where it was on soil and plant nutrition. This was a chapter we did go over week 9, so, 6 weeks later, maybe people won't remember much of it. But I chose to talk about only page 811, how plants help animals, animals can help fungus, fungus can help bacteria, and I put 4 examples of this. I try to put one for each one if I could, and then I included a picture. So, food gathering ants. This is what I call them because you have hunting ants and you have ants who gather food, which is leaves. I always thought they ate the leaves. They don't eat the leaves. they cut a portion of them, they bring it back to their home, and they collect it in a pile and they just let it rot, basically. And then fungus, white fungus, kind of looks like mold, will grow on it, and that's actually what they eat. But they don't eat all of it. They leave a portion of it so they can add more leaves to it, so that this fungus will eat the leaves and they can eat that. And this is how they survive, which I never knew that, so that's something that I learned. And my teacher said I did very well, and she said going over some of my old work that she did have from a year ago when I took an online class with her in August 2016, she said that she could see growth in my work and that I should be very proud of that and just continue to do what I'm doing. That, I'm learning, even if I have to do it differently. If I have to use examples, if I have to add pictures to my postings or my essays or whatever, she said there's nothing wrong with that. So, and I had a 94 in her science class called History of Vermont. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. It was the history of the land, like glaciers and how things are in certain parts of Vermont but shouldn't be, because the glaciers came, moved everything settled, took long thousands of years. Once the water was no longer there and the soil actually soaked it up, this is why we have certain things where they don't belong in Vermont. May not be a lot of these species, plants, like the gray birch and the paper white birch, do not like each other, and they're not supposed to live on the same land. So the paper white birch should be out here where I live, and the gray birch should be up by the mountaintops. They don't need as much water, but they're considered invasive trees, because if any other white birches are around them, they will just, it's like they know, and they take all the nutrition from the soil and all the water to kill them. They just don't like each other. And I had a picture where there was one gray birch and one paper white birch growing from the same root. And birch trees always grow in pairs from one root, two trees. She wasn't sure at first if they were different, because I said they were different. And I said how I figured this out, because they do look very similar. And she had to ask a coworker. They just gave a picture and said, what do you think this is? And he named the two different trees by looking at it. So she had to correct my grade, because she gave me a 90. And I argued with her about it, and I ended up getting 100. I had to take 5 pictures of 5 trees for that class and identify them properly and explain how I was able to do this, what resources I used. So it was cool to find that tree again by a water source, the river that we have in St. Johnsbury, and it was only one of them. I looked everywhere. It was just one of them, just randomly, like in the grass area, not even by the water. That was cool. So got an 85 on that. I'm not sure what I got wrong, but I think it was trying to explain the water flow. More than likely that's what it was, because it's kind of like, I don't know, it's going down, it's going from left to right, and then it's going north down a dam. That's like basically what I said, because I don't know. And I wasn't jumping in mucky water to see if it was cold or if it had a smell, or if it was like slimy. I don't need to know that. No, thank you. So that's what's going on there. And my landlord came over yesterday and informed us that the tenants upstairs are moving, and they bought a house, and they should have it finalized, closed out by the end of June. So they should be moving sometime in July. So she asked us if we want it, because we have a 1-bedroom, but it's very small. And upstairs is a 2-bedroom with a very large living room, a little porch area. It has normal windows. Like we basically have one window, but I can't open it because my husband's hot supplies are there. And the other windows are like old-fashioned. They open up weird. And I know that the landlord has to replace the windows in here. And the state told him that she can't do it if we're living here, that she would have to put our stuff in storage, and she would have to find a place for us to stay. Because I'll turn the camera around so you can see a little bit. It's this whole window. These are store windows, because this used to be part of the salon. And in our bedroom, we have one that's double the size. She actually has to rip, like, she has to fix this whole area, put normal window in, or 2 normal windows. She has to fix this window because, again, it twists open, and if there was a fire blocking this door, we wouldn't, like, say it was, like, over here. We wouldn't be able to go this way. We don't have a window in our bedroom. There's no window in the bathroom. The only window is this one. So, like, it's how he did the scenario. He was like, well, if they can't get out the door for some reason, there's a fire over here, they can't get out this window if they need to. So she has to actually put in a regular window here also. So he told her it was gonna, to do a job like this does take a while. So I think that's why she offered us the upstairs as soon as she found out that they were going to be moving. It's $5 less a month. It's a 2-bedroom. And it's upstairs on the 2nd floor. So we do have half of a porch that we normally wouldn't. And, I mean, the landlord lives alone. The granddaughter is the only one that comes over, really visits. She does, like, book club and wine tasting things, food tasting things, but nothing major. So she said that, she'll tell them that we want to look at it, but regardless, we're taking it. I peeked through the window, the door, one day, and saw what the inside, the kitchen looked like. A pretty yellow color, has more cabinet space, the appliances are new, or newer. So we're going to take it regardless. Hopefully it has a tub. The only thing it doesn't have is a washer and dryer, because they can't put it up there. And she doesn't have one either, so only me and the guy downstairs has a washer, a dryer, and then she has one in her salon that she uses. So we'll just have to go to laundromat. Do that once a month, not a big deal. Instead of doing laundry, I usually do laundry every 10 days. So I told Craig before we move upstairs, I'll make sure all the sheets and pillowcases and all the laundry is completely done. Then we don't have to worry about it for a little bit. So we'll have to buy some more clothes. We only have, like, what we feel is a necessity to wear. We don't overbuy things. Like 5 jeans for the winter with 5 winter shirts is fine. 5 t-shirts, 5 summer tops. I only have 2 pairs, well, I have 3 pairs of jean shorts now, but I'm not a jean shorts person to begin with. And my husband probably has like 4 pairs of shorts, so he'll have to get a couple more. So not a big deal. And we really don't go anywhere but like school and home, food shopping, errands, and to go visit his mom. So we can wear our shorts or jeans 2 days in a row. It's not going to kill anything. We just change our shirts. So that's what's going on there. The only thing we have to pay for is the electric. And she said, and she pays our electric, and because it's connected to the salon, so she doesn't have a choice. It's just the way the setup is. This is an old house, and she doesn't want to pay to put separate things in. It's going to be costly. So she just pays, usually everybody's electric and heat, except for the upstairs apartment, which is all like really nice oak floors and walls and stuff. It's kind of newly redone because she was going to move up there a couple years ago, and then her and her husband worked things out, so she rented it for $850 with nothing included. So our water and our heat will be paid for, just electric. She said she pays like $45-50 a month, and it's a salon. She's doing people's hair all day, sometimes 8-10 hours a day. So that'd be cool. I'll just have a hard time going up and down the stairs multiple, like I won't be able to be doing that. It'll be harder for me to walk Peppy if Craig's not here, but other than that, that's the only downside. It's like food shopping, laundry. But it's a 2-bedroom, so I'll have a place to record. If we get pregnant, the baby will have a room. If not, it's just a place to record. And I figure Craig can put his paint stuff and display it like in there too if he wants. Make it a little bit easier for him. He doesn't have to worry about Peppy bumping into nothing. Like yesterday, she bumped into it and everything fell. So it'd be like a little bit more roomy. If he wants to go do that, he can do that. If I want to record and he's out in the living room playing a game, I can go shut the door and record and actually use my microphone more, which will be cool. Or just to go in there just to do my schoolwork with privacy, quietness. So that's what's going on there. So I'm thinking, she said as long as it's not too much work that she has to do, we should be able to move in the first week in August. So that'll be good, because we'll be here for another 2 years. So, or we'll see. I mean, things may change. We may just decide to stay out here for a couple more years or something, so I can finish school. Where that's still up in the air a little bit. So that's what's going on there. I hope everybody has a great day. For people who do watch this or my other videos, I had somebody complaining about the lighting. I recorded my cell phone. I have a holder now for my AMSR videos and some of my reviews. I cannot, I'll show you on here. The person was saying, because I record over here, and you know, the sunlight and stuff coming from the window, I don't know if it was a girl or a guy, but they were like, you know, the lighting looks weird on your face. It would be better if you record in front of the window. That way, like, I'm looking to the window, but as you can see, I really can't do that. I don't really have anything that I can put right there, so I can put my cell phone there. And then I don't have an area to put stuff on. Because when I do my AMSR videos, I utilize this area to put all the stuff that I'm going to use. So it's very hard for me to be able to do that. And then they suggested me getting an editor. Well, I use a cell phone. I'm not paying an editor for my cell phone. I don't have time to do that. It's a hobby. Why am I going to dish out a lot of money? I dish out money just to be able to do seen on TV reviews and unboxings and to buy the video games. I don't get anything from it. So I'm not doing that. Sorry. I have what I have. I utilize what I utilize, and that's the way it's going. You know, unless I'm going to be able to make some kind of money monthly, I don't think it's going to go that far. I'm not Jacksepticeye or Markiplier, so, you know. So I hope everybody has a good morning. Thank you for watching if you do. I am now doing, of course, Dead Rising 4. I'm doing the new Mass Effect Andromeda. I have 5 more videos to post of that, and I started to do Lego Batman. I'm actually stuck on it, though. It's a little kicking. I'm stuck. It's sad. It's real sad. They made it kind of hard, I think. But it's a cool little game. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. Today is Tuesday, so either tomorrow or Thursday I will be doing my Q&A. My third one. Thank you, bye. Have a great day.